Hello, everyone. We are sharing the screen. Oop. Oh, no, but it doesn't want to stay. Cool. So we really wanted for you guys to see us, so you can see we have a video here. Hey. And I'm sure that people are still joining because it's only 4. And we will wait 1-2 minutes, and then we will start. And for my VPs, guys, feel free to text during the whole webinar in the chat if you have some questions or clarifications. For team leaders and team members, text to your VPs, and they will text to me, and then we will be able, in that way, answer your questions during the webinar. Otherwise, we unfortunately will not be able. And as well, the second option is for you to actually text in YouTube comments. I will try to be there from my phone so I can check them in case, not in case, when you have questions. Good. So to start off, we would actually like to introduce ourselves because I'm not here by myself. So for me, my name is Anna. I'm your MCVP Marketing for this term.
And my name is Karina, and I'm NST for marketing with Anna. And yeah, I'm also elected MCVP for the next term.
Yay, for ISIC in Austria. Karina is also Ukrainian. She was VP, yes. And this is not why she's my NST. Karina was before LCVP OJEX.
In ISIC in Kiev.
In ISIC in Kiev, capital of Ukraine, one of the biggest LCs in Europe, globally, also very big LCs. So I'm sure that she has a lot of knowledge and expertise to share with you guys, as she was actually the person who was last year managing promotions and operations for a Global Volunteer. So she can really relate to the experience that you guys are going through. So to start the webinar, today we will be talking about event management, as this is something that we see that we are struggling with right now, and there is not a lot of clarity in how to do events, but a lot of desire, and also data has showing us that there is a lot of relevance in doing them. So as you know, this summer, our main strategy for working with B2C is actually to make sure that we are creating as many touch points as our potential with our potential customers in order to engage them with ISIC, to increase our brand awareness, and to actually be able to send them an exchange, right? Because when we talk about ISIC, when we talk about Global Volunteer in Austria, one of our problems is the fact that we are not well known, thus we are not trusted, and there is a lot of competition out there and a lot of opportunities for young people. So it's very important for us not to only have 1 or 2 touch points, and not to expect a person just from the 3-minute talk at the info stand to tell you, yes, I'm going, and to sign up and to apply and to be approved in the next few days, but to actually create this atmosphere of ISIC being around them all the time, and actually to build this relationship with them, to build trust, so that they participate in our product. So this is why events is one of the biggest milestones in that in those touch points, as events actually allow us to have this people for hour and a half the people invest their time willingly to learn about Global Volunteer. So it's important to make sure that those events are top, that they are amazing, that they are fun and engaging and well prepared, so that we can actually convert people and have them sign up and have them apply and have them realized and completed.
Yeah, and now let's actually move to the part where we will learn how to organize those events. And I want to add that besides events are a super cool touch point for ISAC and our customers, for us as ISACers, it's also very interesting and cool experience to organize those events. And yeah, for sure you need to have some structure to do it. And today we will learn it through three key actions, three key, I would say, processes you do when you organize those events. We'll start with basically getting ready. You know that every event needs some preparation, so we'll go through different stages of this preparation. Then we'll move to promotion of the event, and we will find out how to make it viral, how to spread the word about your upcoming event, and how to get more and more people to come. And we'll move to the conversion part, which is very crucial and important for us in the sense that those people who have come to our events actually sign up on Expo, go on exchange, and get some relevant experience for them after our event. So moving to the first part of the preparation to the event, let me just go through the slide first. So preparation is the basis of any event management. By planning properly your project timeline, knowing exactly who is responsible for which function, and thinking through all the details from the very beginning will save your team's time and lead to fruitful event realization. It may sound really simple, but it's very important to follow those instructions and to, I would say, dedicate proper time to the planning of the event, because then it will help you to understand what are you doing today, what are you doing tomorrow, which actions you need to take in order to realize it properly. So I want to highlight here a few key things which will we be talking about in further slides, which is planning your project timeline, also dividing responsibilities of your team, and yeah, let's just move forward and speak about it in more details. So if we speak about project timeline, basically this is about having clear schedule of all the activities you need to make during preparation for your event, during promotion of your event, exactly at the day of your event, and even after. So we can see 4 key stages highlighted here, which is preparation itself. It includes creation of the agenda, finding speakers, finding room, and so on and so forth. The next stage is promotion. Here is where you actually do all your online and offline activities in order to promote your event and to engage people to come for it. Realization itself, this is about the day when your event happens. And even when it's already realized, you also have some stuff to do. So we call it after event servicing, which means that you still need to send people some outputs. It will be really nice if you can share presentations, for example, with those people who have come to the event, so they can have some materials to look back, maybe to remember something about ISAC or about speakers. And it will be really nice if you can post pictures after your event so people again can remember about it. And yeah, basically this is it about projectizing and about creating your project timeline. The next very, very important thing is that you need to set event goals. So yeah, for sure, you know that we are running our events in order to send people on exchange. So it will be really important for you to set goals in the terms of amount of people who need to be present on your event and in the amount of people whom you want to sign up on opportunity portal and to go on internship eventually. Next important thing is having your team members and job descriptions allocated, which means that you have certain people responsible for certain functions. Like it can be the position of team leader, agenda manager, promo manager, delegate servicing, PR person. Yeah, but those positions can be combined, and for example, one person can combine several positions in one. Next thing is to define team members' involvement during the event itself, because sometimes it can be messy, sometimes you can lose your responsibilities, and it's really important to know that at that exact very important day of your realization, you have everything in place and you have responsibilities divided. As for the agenda part, You here need to pick up one of the 4 concepts of the events you have, which are international days, workshops, language cafe, or volunteer with a purpose. You have to prepare a detailed agenda with outline and timing, and it's very useful to have it in the spreadsheet so you can easily access it online at any point of your event even. Find the speakers, and it's really actually useful to have dry run sessions with your speakers, because then you are clear that those people understand the concept of the event, that they understand each other, and that most important thing, that they do not repeat each other. Few little things to remember. You can always have some backup plan, some backup icebreakers, some session in case the speaker does not show up or something goes wrong. And moving to the last part with the logistic, it's important to have your room booked 2 weeks in advance so you can communicate this information to people already. If you plan any promotional activities that require some logistics from your side, make sure you have it in advance. And 2 days before the event, have all the needed logistics ready. For example, you can print out samples of the projects, flyers, postcards, food and drinks you want to take for the event.
Cool. So basically, when we are talking about preparation, it's about treating it as a project, right?
Yeah.
And really like putting effort into planning, making agenda, having people allocated, having GDs allocated, because it's not just a random event that we're having, but it's our biggest touch point with our customers. Of course, once you plan, the second step is promotion, because magically people will not figure out that this is something that they really, really want to attend unless we are out there talking about it and making sure that people sign up, people register, and people are there at the day when event is happening. And besides that, you don't want your efforts and the efforts of your members to be wasted because you didn't invest enough time in promotion. And this is, I think, one of the biggest bottlenecks in event management globally overall, that people don't invest enough time in promotion, because planning is something that we can sit, we can plan, we can create a spreadsheet, we can make everything perfectly aligned and color coded. But at the end of the day, we need to go out there at the university and actually promote the event. So let's see how can we do it better. So there are 2 ways to promote the event, right? There is online and there is on ground. For the online part, even though we are having national social media, it doesn't mean that there is nothing you can do in order to promote your event. In fact, it totally depends on you, how visibly your event will be looking like online, and whether or not you will have people who are attending it as well online. So the first thing that you want to do is 2 weeks before the event, maximum 10 days before the event, create an event on Facebook. How to do it? Very simple. You get in contact with me and I do it for you and give you rights to become an admin. When you create an event, make sure that there is a clear agenda in the description, there is a location and time, and there is also a link to registration form. Why, and this is the question that I've heard a lot of times, why do we need a registration form for event? Because having people's email will help you engage them in the next activities and keep them informed about internship opportunities. This way you can create a pool of people that are interested. You can follow up with them. And registration form does not mean that you need to include multiple questions. It can be as simple as name, email, and phone number, optional. Then the second point, how to promote your events online, is to create regular posts highlighting event concept, speaker, prizes if you plan any lottery and different fun activities. As well, use Facebook stories to get additional reach. In general, you need to invest into promoting your event online as well, and not just creating event for the sake of having it. And of course, use diverse channels to share your content. Use university groups, newsletters, groups related to events topic. Basically, do some PR activities for your event promotion. and make sure to use other platforms and channels who have reached to the target audience, who are involved in the similar value proposition, to get those interested people to attend. And a good tip or trick is to put a contact person in the event description, in case people have questions, that they can always refer to you or to one to your team leader or one of your members to get help, ask questions. When we're talking about offline promotion, so something that is not a new concept for you, and it definitely not a new image for you, is 7 touch point strategy. So we talked about before that it's really hard for a person to make a decision about buying some product if the person doesn't know about the company or the product enough information. And usually for an average person, it takes up to 5-7 touch points to actually make a decision about buying or engaging with a certain company. And same comes to the event, right? And this is something that I will repeat myself about, but it will never get old. In order to send the person an exchange, we need to make that person aware of ISEC and to make them trust us and as an organization and trust our product. For that, 1 or 2 touch points will not be enough, and this is why we want to drive all of our on-ground attraction activities to actually get people to visit the event, where you can have them for a longer amount of time in the space where you can directly engage them with Global Volunteer and promote a product, asking them to sign up, to apply, and having a space for them to do it. And one of the things that we've been missing so far with our promotion is actually understanding that all of our activities, be it lecture presentations, info stands, PR activities, info screens, and all the things that we are doing, their first call to action should be come to the event. Why? Simple, because that's where we have the biggest conversion, and that's where, once again, we will have a space to talk to them about Global Volunteer, to show them the people who went on Global Volunteer, to tell them more about countries, to tell them more about projects, to basically engage in a proper conversation with them, which previously is supported with them hearing about ISEC, engaging with activities on our info stands, listening about us on lecture presentations, reading about us in university media. So at the end, they are very informed and they are making a conscious decision, and which will improve both conversion rates and process time. So once again, I will repeat myself, all of your on-ground activities should be leading to getting people to come to the event.
Yeah, my favorite part, I would say, is converting people to actually sign up on sign up on Opportunity Portal and go on exchange. Why is it so important? You can have even 50 people on your event, you can have even 100, but if you does not tell those people what to do next, if you does not motivate those people to sign up and to go on exchange, I mean, yeah, you did the nice event, but what is the outcome? What about your goal, which you said at the very beginning, with the amount of people who will need to sign up? So how to do it properly and how to make sure those people who actually came to your event will go on Opportunity Portal, will sign up, and will apply for the projects and go abroad?
What a good question, Karina. Let's see if we can answer it.
Yeah, there are a few things you can do, but the first one to start with is to actually make sure those people come at your event. There are a few simple things you can do. They will not require the huge amount of your time and, I don't know, some unimaginable efforts, but they are very actionable and useful. Actually, before, okay, you have 2-1 days before your event. It's not the very hard thing to do, to text or to call people to remind them about the event. And people even will be...
And for that, you need those people to register, because otherwise you will have no one to text or to call or to remind.
Yeah, and the kissing here that sometimes we think that, I don't know, people will be disturbed by that or they will not like it. But in most cases, people are actually thankful and like, oh, really? Sorry, I have forgotten about that, but now I will come. Thank you for reminding. So try this and you will be surprised how actually good it can work for your conversions. Next thing is at the day of the event, you can send the message with the location and the time of the event, which will look actually really cute because again, you're reminding you taking care about your delegates and you, yeah, it's very customer centric. That is right. So it will help you to bring people to event. And what we'll do next? Let's talk about sales first, because for sure it's very important and you need to have clear action steps about what you're doing with people after the event. And the first thing to do is to call them or send the email to find out if they are actually interested in making further steps to go on internship after your event. You can create the system of special discounts for people who have been on the event to boost supplies and to fasten the process time. And for sure, it's all about individual nurturing. I think there is nothing super new for you here. So let me move to the next part of the engagement. I know that you have been practicing it before, and this thing is called open networking in space after the event, which is actually really nice. It's the space where you can consult people on internship, you can answer their questions, you can help them to register on the opportunity portal by simply taking laptop with you and opening the opportunity portal. And those friendly open spaces actually help people to feel more comfortable and to ask the questions that may bother them. Next thing is to create photo report after the event. Super simple. You can have one person responsible of your team to take nice pictures of the event, of the speakers, and then you can publish those pictures on your event page. It will also engage people. You can even tag them, and they will have the memory of your event, and maybe next days they will look back and see the picture and think about going on exchange. And the last thing here is text or call and invite those who have been not present on your event to visit next ones, because yeah, again, you do not know why the person didn't come. Maybe he was busy that day, maybe something urgent happened, but he was actually interested. And by providing this person the next opportunity to come and to have the touch point with you, you are increasing the chances of you actually reaching that person and sending him or her an exchange.
Great.
You have anything to add here?
Yes, I will just shortly say that I think it's about putting an additional effort, right,
Yeah.
into actually creating a very positive image of ISEC. And that image, that brand, that trust that we talked about will come from how you are organizing the event, how you are running an event, what small pleasant details you're including in the event, like a small discount or just like some nice sweets or things for people to put that extra effort to be more customer centric and to actually show them how nice it can be and fun to be with around ISEC, right?
And just a small thing to add, you can actually get very creative here, because thinking about brainstorming with your team about those small things, so how can you create the atmosphere of the event itself, is also very interesting and creative.
Yes, and I really think it can be a game changer. Either you are at the event having a speaker and then a second speaker and then a third speaker and then you say apply, but it's quite boring at the end of the day, or you're having more of a fun, engaging activities that are actually getting people to like relax and to trust you more at the end of the day, to be more responsive to our calls to action. And to make things easier and more tangible for you guys, Karina here, actually, who prepared this webinar, created a checklist for you guys based on the 3 points. So you can print it out, you can, I don't know, screenshot it, save it on your phone, and have those are not all the things. For sure, there can you can be more creative. You can come up with more things to do at the event, and there is still a lot that you need to create, like your own spreadsheet, you have to do your own planning, to invite your own speakers, to make sure that the concept of the event fits your target audience and is interesting at this period of time. But still, those are the things that will definitely cover most of the milestones in event management, and those are as well the essential things that needs to be covered in order to have a successful event. Yeah. Yes. So as you can see, we are very time efficient. This doesn't take a lot of time to learn about event management. But what's important here is to go out and actually execute and implement this knowledge. And with that, we want to thank you guys for coming. I see that my VPs are here. Hey guys, long time no see. It's hard to know where to put them. As our slogan, I don't know how to call it, goes, act, slay, and disrupt the way. Remember what we put into it, and we still have enough time to fulfill our promise and to actually do what we intended. And Karina will be joining you in July to continue with this amazing entity and you guys. So with that, thank you so much for joining. This webinar will be saved in our YouTube channel, so feel free to send it to your commission, to your members. Feel free to go back to it, and as well the presentation will be sent as an output on Slack. Goodbye guys, have a nice evening, weekends. Bye.